Today I have 5 bad habits that you should stop today. These are actual things that I see people doing that I just feel like we need to talk about and we need to discuss, open a conversation, and just bring some of this stuff to light. So let's discuss these 5 things that I think are bad habits and we need to stop. If you are new here, my name is Jennifer. I make videos about saving money and living a simple life. I'm also documenting our journey to paying off our mortgage by the year of 2024 and ultimately being financially independent. If any of that interests you, make sure you hit that subscribe button. The first one is oversharing on social media. I'm sure a lot of you are shaking your head. Yes, this stuff could come back to bite you. You could come back and not realize something that you put out in the world 10 years ago, and it could affect anything in the future. It could affect a relationship, a friendship, a job. I mean, do you not believe that people who are interviewing others Google their name, look for them on some of these social media sites, and see some of the stuff that they have posted? And this also creates a security issue. I don't know what people are thinking when they post about where they are at certain times and when they're going on vacation, when they're coming back, posting all about while they're on vacation. You do not think there are people out there, such as people who like to break into houses and are looking at these things and are going to realize when you are or are not going to be home. The other thing that I see a lot is people oversharing about their kids. Now, this is not saying you shouldn't post about your kids, but showing vulnerable moments. Posting things that if I were a kid and my parents had posted, I would now be super embarrassed about. And again, you have to think about their future. Some employer somewhere down the line or some potential relationship could go back and see that. What if you are also complaining about parenthood or complaining about something your child did? And years later, that child can go back and read that and see that. How is that going to make them feel? It's just one of those things that I finally just deleted all my other social media. I said I'm not doing it anymore. I not only didn't want to share my child who doesn't have the ability to understand her actions in adulthood or my actions of putting her out in the world and myself, it wasn't important to me. If I want to get up to date about something going on around me, it will get to me. I'm in touch with those family members and those things will come out some way. I don't need to overshare that stuff on social media. The second bad habit to stop is stop hitting the snooze button. It will actually make you more tired. Your body naturally starts to wake up about 2 hours before it realizes it's supposed to be up, okay? It's a sleep rhythm. So if you end up hitting that snooze button for 15 more minutes, what happens is your body thinks it can get back into that rhythm. So as where you were when your alarm went off, let's say here's deep sleep and here's awake. Your body may have been right here almost to awake. It's already going back down. And have you ever been woken up in the middle of the night out of a deep sleep and it's like you're a walking zombie? So when you hit that snooze button, you go back down to that level where your body thinks it can get back into that sleep rhythm. So hitting the snooze button is a no-no. It is not going to get you more quality sleep. It's just not going to happen. Now, if you hit your phone, turn your alarm off and go back to sleep and don't even worry about getting back up, that's different. You can go back through that cycle. But if you have to get back up to go to work in 15, 20 minutes, you're actually going to cause yourself more harm than good. What I recommend doing is putting the phone away from the bed. My phone is plugged up to charge and the alarm on in our bathroom. It's about 15 feet away from my bed. So the alarm's going off. I can't sleepily hit the snooze button or turn it off altogether. I actually have to physically get up and get to it. And typically, because it's so annoying, I actually get to it quickly, so I'm really ready awake. So that is my tip on how to get past the bad habit of hitting the snooze button. The third bad habit is not letting go of the past. You don't realize how much harm it is actually doing to you. Not letting go, not trying to forgive somebody, holding on to that pain and that anger. It will represent itself in your dreams as well. Are you having a lot of dreams about this bad situation, this bad past experience that you've held on to? You're letting something from the past affect your present and your future. Why are you letting that rob you of your current present happiness and of future happiness? There is a way that you can take something that wasn't good, that happened, or that annoyed you, how small or how big it is, and acknowledge it. Know that it happened, not forget it, but not dwell on it, not let it simmer, not let it stew. Just letting yourself release it. It will do yourself a lot of good for your current self and for your future self. The fourth bad habit is being busy. For some reason, being busy is now considered a virtue. You go up to somebody and say, "How are you doing?" "Oh, I'm busy. Yeah, just been busy. Just busy. Life is busy." Why is that now? I don't understand why being busy has become a virtue. You feel like you have to constantly be going. People think that they need to always have something scheduled, have an event, have, something planned for the weekend. You don't. You don't have to have anything planned. You can just fly by the seat of your pants, as they say. Think about when you're 95 years old and your grandchildren come up to you and ask what your life was like, what you remember about life. Are you going to say, "I was busy"? The fifth bad habit is something that I know I still work on every single day and I still struggle with, and I think most people do. And that is taking things personally. For some reason, we think the world revolves around us. Not necessarily revolves around us, but we think that somebody doing something is actually against us all the time. When the fact is, the majority of time when somebody is rude or mean, it is something within inside of themselves. It is not something directly related to you. The other thing you need to make sure is not to feed into those people. Also, a lot of people misinterpret things. What you heard or how you heard it may not have even been how the person intended it to be heard. Without asking clarifying questions, or, expressing your concern, you're never going to know. And you're going to think something that was never an intention in the first place. Emails and texts are the worst when it comes to misunderstandings. My husband the other day said that if you put an exclamation point after thank you, it's actually a snarky reply. And I thought, no, it could mean that they really do thank you. You don't know how the person interprets it. The other thing is to step outside of your box. Look at it from the other side. Look at it from a third party or other angle. If you get upset about something, try to look at it from another perspective. I think we all know those people who, there's always somebody who's really good at that. It's somebody who gets angry a lot, and then there's this person who's really good at actually seeing an intent or seeing the bright side of it and putting another picture or another lens on something. I specifically know somebody who's really good at that. And whenever they say something, I go, "Oh, you're right." It's not like I get offended when they say it and they clarify it for me. I think, "Oh, well, I wish I'd figured that out." The last thing to remember is not everybody is going to like you. So somebody may just be not enjoyable. They may just not be a happy person and they may not like you, or you may not be their cup of tea. You may not have the same kind of energy and get along. So, don't take things personally from somebody who just isn't your type of person. We're all beautifully different, and it doesn't mean we all have to get along. We have people that we can disagree with and move on. You don't have to be best friends with everybody. You can be kind and respectful, even if somebody else isn't. So that is my list of 5 bad habits to look into quitting today. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Let me know what bad habits you are seeing out in society today. Put them down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you back for more videos.